Alright, welcome back everybody. Tony from No Guts, No Gluten here. Today we're going to be doing an Italian hoagie dip. So, of course it's Sunday and it's the big game. And a lot of people have asked, about appetizers for gluten-free or celiac people. This is one of the easiest appetizers, and it feeds a lot of people too. So we're going to do an Italian hoagie dip. It's going to take a quarter pound of each, or depending on the people you have, you can do a half pound, but I'm going to go with a quarter pound. So I got a quarter pound of sandwich pepperoni, a quarter pound of Genoa salami, a quarter pound of hard salami, quarter pound of hot capicola, and I went with a half a pound of just sliced ham. It's going to fill more of the dip, so I just went with that. I'm also going to use a half a head of lettuce, a half of red onion, half a pound of provolone cheese, mayonnaise, some pepper rings, and some pickles, and some tomatoes. So let's get started. Alright, so I have basically some of the meat already cut up, and we're just gonna go ahead and thinly julienne these, and then we're going to make bite-size pieces. And we're going to do the same way with the sandwich pepperoni. And a lot of people use bread for this, but I'm going to use corn tortilla chips or scoops. And I also have some gluten-free bread, and I have some regular bread for those non-gluten people. And then this is the hot capicola. And you don't have to use the same ingredients. If you don't like capicola or salami, you wanted to use turkey or ham, turkey and ham instead, different cheese. Alright. So we're basically just going to toss all that into a bowl. And you can see how much that made just at a quarter pound. All right. Set that aside. Now we're going to go with half an onion. Or if you want all the onion, you can throw all the onion in. And then since we are doing a dip, we're going to chunk these also. And if you wanted, you can add the whole onion. You know, after you cut it and you think it needs more onion. And you have to think about, you may like a lot of onion, and then there might be somebody that doesn't like a lot of onion. Or if you like big chunks of onion, somebody else might not like it. So if you wanted to, you could use that other half of onion and set it aside, you know, put it in a side dish. And let somebody add more onion if they wanted to. But I think I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay. And if you see any big chunks, just go ahead and break them up. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just add the rest. We'll just see, and everything, you know, you can have a recipe, but you know, a recipe is just basically a roadmap. You don't have to stick to it. You could take something out, add something else. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop up the cheese. And I believe this is a half a pound of cheese. Yes. Because you can never have enough cheese. Now this recipe I found online, and like I said, I'm not necessarily following it. I'm using it as a base guide, and you kind of want to break up your cheese. And once we mix it more, it'll break up more. I mean, you could add mozzarella, provolone, Swiss. Doing the same thing. No, I suppose, I mean, if you wanted to save some more time and you weren't handy with a knife, you could probably use the shredded or buy a chunk and then grate it in yourself. Alright, so I'm going to wash the tomatoes and lettuce and we'll be back. Alright, we got the tomatoes all washed up. So again, since it's dip, if you wanted to slice them that way, it's up to you. If you wanted to half them, it's up to you. And if it was closer to tomato season, or if it was tomato season, I'd be using whole tomatoes and dicing them up. But alright, I'm going to slice the rest of these and get them in there, and we'll be back. Alright, now I got the lettuce, and then we're just going to finely shred. So, depending on how you want to do it, I mean, you can also use a grater and make shreds. I mean, or, you know, I mean, if you have some knife skills, and you wanted to shred it with your knife, you can. And then if half of the head is too much for you, you can also use, go with a quarter. And just hold down. And then just go ahead and add it. And depending on how big your head of lettuce is, you might not want to add the whole half, but this was probably a medium size. And then just in the bite-sized pieces. All right. So this is where we're at. And if you wanted to add more lettuce, you could. Stuff flying everywhere. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to go ahead and make the dressing. I'll get everything ready for that, and I'll bring you back. Alright, so we got a cup of mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. I'm using Miracle Whip. We're We're going to throw in a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a teaspoon of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon of, I'm going to use the hot pepper ring juice because I'm going to throw some of them in there, or peppercini juice, some Italian seasoning, dry Italian seasoning. And this says red pepper flakes, but I'm not going to do the red pepper flakes. So, all right. So, let me grab a tablespoon. And then again, if you don't like one of the ingredients, you don't have to add it. And we're going to add did I say teaspoon on a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and a tablespoon of the juice, whether you're using pepperoncinis or pepper rings, and then a quarter teaspoon of the Italian seasoning, and I'm just going to crush it up a little bit finer between my hands, and then just give it a mix. Oh yeah, that smells like an Italian hoagie. And then don't forget, if you're using more meat, than a quarter pound of each, you're going to have to make more dressing. So I'm going to let this sit a little bit so everything has time to absorb. The dry Italian seasoning has time to incorporate into the mayonnaise. And then I'll give it a taste and add more of whatever I think it needs. Okay. In about 10 minutes we'll be back to mix it up. And if you're not serving this right away, I wouldn't add the dressing to the lettuce and tomato and meat mixture. It's best to serve it, maybe 10 minutes to 20 minutes to half hour before you're ready to serve it. So we'll be back in a few. All right, in the interest of the video, since I'm not going to serve this for a couple hours, I'm just going to go ahead and mix a little bit of this up and taste it. So I just got a little bit in the bowl. I did add some more dry Italian seasoning after I tasted it. So it's probably best to maybe make a little extra dressing so everything sits. So maybe if you wanted to do a cup and a half, and just go half with everything else, because I'm not too sure how much dressing that you want. I mean, it is a dip, so then if you wanted less dressing, you could do that also. Alright, I think that's pretty good to taste. go grab my scoops and I'll be back. I also got baguettes too that you can toast, maybe brush with olive oil, throw some more Italian seasoning on top and toast them. So anything you want to try, they are gluten free. So I'll try my scoops there. Okay. Cheers. Tastes like an Italian hoagie. Now, if you're one of those people who like the oil and vinegar on top, definitely you can add more olive oil and the red wine vinegar. For me, I think that's perfect. But I could see where somebody who likes the red wine vinegar, vinegar and oil taste, to add more. So, I mean, you can always splash more on, but you have to remember you're feeding a bunch of different tastes. So one thing, you gotta season it to your taste, but don't over season it. Make up some more dressing and let people add more if they like. You could have, maybe an extra cup or, couple cups, and make it, more oil and vinegar, make it more spicy, less spicy, and just add people, do the basic, and then have people add to their taste. I'd say that's the best way, and that's about it. So this is what I'm going to dress later on, closer to the game. And when people start coming, probably about a half hour before they start coming, and I'm going to chop up some pickles, and I'm going to add pepper rings. I should have added them to mine to taste, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're watching. Hopefully you're a subscriber. Like and subscribe, please. Let me know that people are interested, because I enjoy this, and like I said, when I get hungry for something, it's not gluten-free, I try to make it. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, you probably won't see. You'll actually, if I try to make something and it doesn't work out, I'm going to video it and let you know. Oh, by the way, has anybody seen these before? Sourdough gluten-free deli-style bread. Now, they have a rye bread and they have a brioche bread. So, and it's sliced, so you can cut it in half and make a sandwich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices. And I think they come in 2 loaves. So I think maybe like 2 bags, or 2 individuals maybe make a loaf, I'm not sure. But it's, I think, $27 for 2, I think. I got them, found them on Amazon. So I got 2 2 of each. The rye, I'm really interested in trying the rye, but that'll be another video. And if you had tried these, I guess Fran's deli style gluten-free sourdough. Yeah, if you tried it, let me know, leave me a comment, and maybe I'll make a sandwich out of this. I definitely want to try a Reuben with that rye bread. So, got plenty of videos coming up. Like and subscribe, that way you get notified every time I post a video. And leave me a comment, especially if you tried this. Is it worth it? Because I was hesitant on spending that kind of money for, 6 loaves of bread. But if it's good bread and tasty bread, it's worth it. It's not something you have a sandwich every day on, but that's another thing. If you're missing it, it's worth it. So that'd probably be my next couple videos, is trying this bread and maybe doing a Reuben sandwich or something. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody who sends me a comment on YouTube. And have a great day, and hopefully your favorite team wins today. Thanks for watching.